After failing to pass an operating referendum, the school board of Sparta has decided to shut down a long-standing elementary school. News 8 Now's Dua Israr spoke to residents of Sparta about what Cataract Elementary stood for in the community.
Cataract Elementary School has been part of the Sparta School District for decades, but it will be shut down by the end of this school year. Residents say the school was caught in the crossfire of misinformation campaign that took place during the election, a campaign that spent tens of thousands of dollars to make sure that referendum did not pass. Schools are the pillars of a community.
My mother-in-law went here and she's in her 60s, and my children have gone here. This has been a decades-long school for this community.
In a small town with a limited budget, school staff are also family.
Some days they're the counselor, some days they're the nurse. A lot of days they're our second hand in parenting these kids, and they truly care for them in ways no one else does.
Starting September of 2022, Cataract Elementary School will not be a part of the Sparta School District.
The community has made their decision, and now we have to move forward.
The district asked for an operating referendum of $2.1 million during this year's spring election. The referendum was voted down, which many residents say is the result of misinformation that took place.
And now because of that misinformation, our lives are completely changing.
Sparta Citizens for Real Progress led a vote no on the referendum campaign. In a campaign finance report, the group spent over $21,000 to get the referendum voted down.
$21,000 is a lot of money to spend on a local referendum.
The group has said the referendum would raise taxes and mill rates, which the school board has said is false.
But it doesn't bode well, frankly, for the future of education when people vote based primarily on their property taxes alone.
Political analyst Joe Heim says referendums pass 3 out of 4 times without opposition. When opposition and misinformation is spread, Heim says the chances of that referendum passing decrease by 50%.
When there are so many sources of information out there and they can provide disinformation or lies or whatever and not get caught at it, that's not a plus for democracy, frankly.
Emily Veith is a parent with kids at Cataract Elementary School. Her 11-year-old daughter spoke at Tuesday's board meeting.
She got up and spoke in front of the school board and tried to fight for her school. That means so much to her.
Veith says people have considered leaving the school district after the referendum was voted down.
We're kind of at a breaking point where we don't have a whole lot of trust anymore.
Sparta High School Principal Sam Ross says the district is focused on helping students move forward.
Misinformation, this or that, there's a lot of would've, should've, could've's, but our job right now is to, once again, wrap support around all of our students and families in the entire district.
But some families say this referendum is a reflection of how money can affect politics, even at the local level. Now, I did reach out to the Sparta Progressives for Change, and they are still yet to respond to our comments and questions. Mike.
Thanks a lot, Dua. And those Cataract Elementary students would be moved to the pre-K through K Center in Southside and Herman grades 1 to 4.